who's not responsible for the economic problems that we have, and who's not responsible for the majority of the crimes in this country.
But you know something, Jorge? You never went. Are you saying that the people that I sat with, those were security people, law enforcement, border agents? I sat in a meeting, and I'll put it up on the screen.
Criminal aliens have been responsible for about 642,000 offenses, criminal offenses.
642,000 crimes
since 2008
in Texas. In Texas alone.
Yes, sir.
Over 200,000
yes, sir.
individuals, their criminal history reflects that they were committed over 642,000 crimes.
That's the cost of not securing the border.
Are you literally saying to me that they're lying? Because they're not. And the problem is, you sound like, here my last point, you sound like you don't care about the Americans that are victims of crime that by people that don't respect our law.
Of course I do care. I live in this country. My children live in this country. And you have to put those numbers in perspective, because you're giving the impression to your audience, the false impression to your audience, Sean, that most immigrants and most undocumented immigrants are criminals. And, you know, they don't want to get in trouble with the law.
Why are you putting words in my mouth? Why would you do that?
They don't want to get in trouble with the law. They don't want to get in trouble with the police. They just want to prosper and help the rest of America.
Okay, I would argue, I'll concede your point, but you're wrong on another point. You're right. The vast majority, and having been to the border 13 times everywhere from the Rio Grande to San Diego, and having been in the drug warehouses, I would argue, yeah, they want to leave the poverty that many of them face in Mexico and have more opportunity here in America. I'm saying doing it legally. But there are you're not answering my question, 642,000 crimes committed against Texans alone in a 7-year period. That's not your family, Jorge. Where's your sympathy for those victims of crime? And why shouldn't we take those that are committing crimes and get rid of them tomorrow?
I agree with you completely. I'm not here to defend real criminals. I'm not here to defend real criminals. But then, if you just put those numbers and
you come in illegally, you're a criminal.
You put them in context, and you don't tell the people, you don't tell your audience the truth, the fact that immigrants are less likely to be criminals.
That's not factually accurate.
In the United States.
Address Kate Steinle's family, because there are a lot of families that have sadly been victimized by those people here illegally that commit more crimes. What do you say to her family?
I cannot even imagine,
what
it would feel, what they are going through. I cannot even think about that. And
so let's control the border and vet people.
There is no excuse for that. And
no excuse.
Exactly. But again, if you say that all undocumented immigrants are responsible for these crimes, it is simply not.
Nobody said that.
It is simply not right, because you're inferring that immigrants.
No, I'm not inferring. I speak very directly.
And you're presenting immigrants as
I am saying it's a higher percentage.
Trump did. Exactly as President Trump did, and that is not the case.
I am saying to the mayor of Oakland, stop aiding and abetting criminals that committed more crimes, those that are here illegally, and committed crimes on top of that. And I think you should want that mayor to do the same. Stop.
Well, if you're talking about sanctuary cities, I think sanctuary cities are saying no. And California is saying no.
I am saying we have federal law that ought to be obeyed. Absolutely.
We have since the 1950s.
So you don't believe in the rule of law, then?
I do believe in the rule of law, but somebody has to help immigrants, one. And second, this policy established by President Trump and by his administration is already helping a lot of bad hombres.
President Trump, who supported DACA. President Trump, who you don't like,
President Trump, who killed DACA.
And fixing DACA.
Let's not forget that the president who killed DACA is called Donald Trump.
Excuse me, he's the one that was willing to make it law.
Is Donald Trump.
Let me ask you a question. Will you go down with me and do a town hall in Texas, and we'll invite the 642,000 families, those that would like to come, that were victims of crime, and listen to their stories?
Let me take you on this. Yes, I'll do a show with you, and then we'll decide who's going to be attending that show. But I think this conversation.
I told you who's attending. Oh, so that means
this conversation is interesting, and I appreciate that you give me the opportunity.